Welcome to the Alabama Legislative Update. From the Alabama Farmers Federation, I'm Mary Johnson. Legislators are on spring break this week as the 2013 session has reached its halfway point. State leaders have discussed hundreds of bills, some of which impact farmers and rural areas. On Tuesday, March 19th, Governor Robert Bentley signed an Irrigation Tax Credit improvement bill. The revisions were sponsored by Senator Arthur Orr and Representative Alan Booth. The greatest change allows farmers to claim the one-time irrigation tax credit over 5 years from the date a qualifying project is completed. Orr said an increase in irrigation should decrease Alabama's need for imported corn.
If it will help someone make the very large decision to irrigate their, all of their farm or part of their farm to get that predictability in their yields up, it's a good day's work here in the legislature.
Alabama has approximately 120,000 irrigated acres, whereas Mississippi and Georgia together have more than 3 million irrigated acres. Alabama counties in need of funds for road and bridge repairs should soon receive assistance. Bills sponsored by Senator Paul Bussman and Representative Mac McCutcheon would establish the Rural Assistance Match Program, or RAMP. RAMP was developed for counties which couldn't raise the 20% match required for the Alabama Transportation Rehabilitation and Improvement Program, or ATRIP. McCutcheon said ATRIP and RAMP will benefit all areas of the state.
We have metropolitan areas, we have areas where there's a lot of traffic on roads, but then by the same token we have rural areas that are very significant to us when it comes to our state's economy.
Since ATRIP began last year, 439 projects totaling $613 million have been announced. 22 counties are expected to participate in RAMP. Federation members are encouraged to discuss needed repairs with their county commissioners and engineers. The Senate bill passed the House of Representatives with an amendment, so it must go back to the Senate for final approval. Legislators are hoping to improve career tech programs with the bill providing $50 million in bonds for new equipment purchases. Bill sponsor Representative Mac Buttram said the goal is for career tech programs to upgrade to industry standard equipment. The bill is awaiting a final vote in the Senate. Other improvements are on the horizon for public education after the Alabama Accountability Act was signed into law. Republican leaders say the act is groundbreaking because it gives parents options for education through an income tax credit to transfer children out of failing schools. It also provides flexibility for schools to improve education through innovative programs. Speaker of the House Mike Hubbard said he hopes failing schools will become a thing of the past in Alabama.
We're saying we may not know what's best in your school system. You come with innovative solutions, you make proposals, and if it'll help educate kids, then we will let you get away from some of the state regulations that comes down from Montgomery. We're not sitting around thinking it's going to fix itself. We're forcing some competition for those failing schools by providing an alternative so that the parents and the kids have at least access to good quality education because we're not providing that for them right now.
The act was sponsored by Senator Bill Holtzclaw and Representative Chad Fincher. Legislators are expected to discuss the education budget shortly after the break. The Federation will closely monitor funding for Career Tech, Auburn University's Poultry Technology Center, and Rural Medical Scholar programs. The general fund budget has already passed the Senate. According to Budget Committee Chairman Arthur Orr, this is the earliest a budget has passed a chamber of the legislature in recent memory. The proposal includes $380,000 to offset registration fees for concentrated animal feeding operations, a program mandated by the Environmental Protection Agency. It also includes more than $90,000 for the Agricultural Water Enhancement Program, or AWEP. State leaders are taking steps to increase funds available for education and state government by improving government efficiency. On March 19th, Governor Robert Bentley signed a bill sponsored by Senate President Pro Tem Del Marsh to streamline law enforcement. The law will combine investigative services, including agriculture and forestry investigators, into a new Bureau of Investigation. Marsh said these changes will benefit farmers.
There are 0 people in investigative division of ag because of cuts in government. This is going to put people in those positions to go out and make those investigations. So it's a big plus for that agency and all other agencies that deal with similar situations.
Marsh said the legislation should save the state $35 million. A measure sponsored by Senator Bobby Singleton and Representative Chad Fincher would consolidate the Farmers Market Authority into the Alabama Department of Agriculture and Industries. Both the Senate and House bills have passed committees and are waiting for votes in their respective chambers. Other efficiency bills in the legislature address information technology departments and legislative services. For more information, visit www.alphafarmers.org/Capital Connection. There you can read archived newsletters and sign up to receive the weekly Capital Connection e-newsletter. Thanks for watching this episode of the Alabama Legislative News Update. For the Alabama Farmers Federation, I'm Mary Johnson.